Irani markets or bazaars, quite the rabbit hole, are vital to its citizens and traders. Bazaars across Iran craft a distinctiveness simply based on their location, sometimes within city center and sometimes a little away from the mainland. An Iranian saying describes perfectly what one can expect to find here: the life of a human to the milk of a chicken. Wakil Bazaar in the southern city of Shiraz is the heartbeat of the town, where apart from a host of merchants, the bazaar also houses beautiful courtyards, mosques and old bathhouses. At the epicenter of this bazaar is the spice market, where one can find key ingredients of everyday Iranian cooking like Omani limu, dried mint, quince, barberry, kashk or dried yogurt, tea flowers and a plethora of other day-to-day items. Similarly, Tehran has few prominent bazaars as well, like the Tajris Bazaar, the entrance of which opens up to a magnificent view of Durban's snow-capped mountains, while its narrow lanes form somewhat of a maze for first-timers, and is filled with mostly handcrafted Persian pottery shops, dry fruit shops, and some of which display the prized Iranian saffron not just in few grams, but in colossal glass towers that can be easily valued over a few $1,000s at the least. At one end of this bazaar is the fresh vegetable and fruit market, while the other end and the outer facade is lined with fast food outlets. But the mother of all, and rightfully called the Grand Bazaar, is the oldest and biggest marketplace in Iran that spreads over 10 kilometers. Anything and everything under the sun is available here, from dry fruits and fruit leathers to clothes and security camera systems to the glorious Irani rugs and carpets. There are shops everywhere, along the periphery, inside the various alleys, all the way to the beautiful corridors that sometimes open up to mosque courtyards and sometimes to other specialized shopping centers.
Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. Today is Thursday, December 20th, 2018. And good morning, Iran. I was trying to do a joke there. I'm gonna see if I can put the clip. Anyways, yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about Iran. And we're gonna be talking about Bitcoin, or obviously, and we're gonna be talking about things of that nature. I've been talking about Venezuela for the last, I was talking about it last week, talking about it this week, been talking about it a lot. I wanted to keep talking about it today. As each day goes on, there's more and more news on the Venezuela side of things, but I really do feel that I'm kind of beating a dead horse. Not you, bro. Not you. Anyways, and I don't want to keep talking about Venezuela because it just seems that I already at this point I'm just spinning my wheels, and there's nothing much I can do except, you know, wait for all of you guys to figure it out. I was watching. I couldn't show you guys the clip today, but I was watching on. I'm gonna see if I can put the clip at the end of this video. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jeffrey Tucker. Jeffrey Tucker is a big guy. I think his birthday was yesterday or the day before. Shout out to you. But he's a major guy within the crypto space. He's a big OG in the crypto space. And I saw a little video that this this news organization called Quartz, which they're owned by Bloomberg, and they have a YouTube channel, was putting out there talking about Bitcoin, and it was very biased But right off the bat, they were interviewing Jeffrey Tucker, and he was talking about crypto, Bitcoin, and he brought up Venezuela, and pretty much literally said that, yeah, Bitcoin is going to save Venezuela, and crypto is going to save places like Venezuela, Iran, so on and so forth. So that was great. That's all I need. I'm not even going to talk about this subject anymore, because again, you know, like, I feel like there are people within this space that really get it, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't keep continuing going on and on. So this is why I'm choosing to focus on Iran today, because I feel that Iran might, I don't know, I'm picking another country going through a similar situation as Venezuela, but I'm going to see if maybe they, you know, I can get you guys, oh man, I can get you guys to, oh man, hold on, I'm trying to shut this down real quick. And I see if I can get you guys to look at another country in which something very similar is happening, and therefore sympathize with them, sympathize with what's happening over there, and translate that to, you already guessed it, Venezuela. Because again, everything that you guys know about Venezuela is mostly fake fucking news, straight up, straight up. And I talk about this shit all the time. I literally investigate this shit all the time, because it's, again, just like I've said many times over and over again, this is a little closer to my heart than the average person out there. Just because, again, I'm Cuban and so on and so forth. But, you know, just today there was a lot of awesome news on, I mean, not yesterday and so on and so forth, you know, just not awesome news, but just more news in which, you know, companies like Goodyear or Coca-Cola or what have you are leaving Venezuela, are done with Venezuela, are firing employees, are, you know, again, wrecking the economy further and further. And again, you know, these companies, these US companies are literally saying, like, yeah, because we want to do whatever the fuck we want, and the government isn't allowing us to do these things anymore, so we're leaving. And then, you know, they interview the people that worked at these plants, and they're saying, yeah, we've been sitting on raw materials to make tires, to make Coca-Cola, to make all these things for months, and they go bad because we don't use them and we're not producing anything, only because this corporation, this company, is trying to spite the government, the Venezuelan government. All right, again, enough, no more Venezuela talk. But all this stuff that's happening in Venezuela is also happening in Iran. The reason I showed you that little video at the beginning of today's video, which is just like a little touristy vlog video of Iran, is because actually I wanted to show you something else, but I couldn't because it was going to get blocked. So I showed you that instead, just so you can get an idea. And you can get a little bit of a little culture shock as to, for all of you guys out there that don't know what's really going on out there. So you guys can look at Iran and just see that Iran is just like every other country. You know, it's a developed country. It's fine. It's nothing. There's a lot of history there. There's a lot of stuff that's going on there. But for the most part, it's not what the U.S. government or the European government or what the corporate media feeds you guys into thinking as to what it is. Same as Venezuela. And again, you know, this is I can keep going back to Venezuela because they're both in the same boat. Because again, you know, people are still saying, oh my God, people are starving in Venezuela and people are this and people are that. But it's like, again, guys, you know, every single fucking video that I show you guys from Dash, the Dash cryptocurrency, you know, they're, you know, at Church's Chicken or Subway or Papa John's or soon KFC or whatever. And it's like, you know, if the situation was so dire, then they wouldn't even have any of these things. They wouldn't even have any food available to sell. They wouldn't even have nothing would be working. So it's like, you know, you know, most of us are looking at this stuff just like we're looking at Iran, and we see everything is fine. The only thing that's causing hardship is the U.S. sanctions, the U.S. dollar dominance, you know, all the U.S., the fucking U.S. And we're choosing to look at it a blind eye and saying, oh no, the reason that things are going wrong in these countries is because of their own government, and it has nothing to do with the U.S. And again, I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking fight this shit to the tooth and nail with anyone out there that opposes this line of thinking, because again, you know, the U.S. has been doing this for a very long time. None of this is new. None of this is fucking new. So what's happening in Iran right now is that the sanctions are so rough, so hard, that they're not allowed to do any business with any other country. But there are other countries out there like Germany, Russia, so on and so forth, in which, you know, they're trying to facilitate business with Iran and going around US sanctions. And one of the things that they're doing is their Bitcoin mining. And why the Bitcoin mining is a very important thing is because, again, when the whole Venezuelan crisis started a few years ago, just a couple years ago, Bitcoin mining was the very, very, very beginning as to how Venezuela itself started getting out of it. And again, if you're looking at, you know, today, right now, today, December 20th, 2018, how Venezuela's economy is doing, they're doing amazing. And every day they're getting better and better and better because, again, as I've said over and over again, now, because of the petrol, because of what they've done, they actually have a stable currency, or something relatively close to a stable currency, which they haven't had in a long time. So the same thing with Iran. Right now, Iran's currency is being Right now, Iran's currency is very unstable. Their economy is starting to become very unstable, and so on and so forth. And they're starting to deteriorate, and it's only because of the U.S. sanctions and the U.S. fucking with them. And that's it. But again, thank God that they are in that part of the world, and they're a lot closer to places like Russia and other countries in which they still want to do business with Iran and vice versa, and they're facilitating that. And cryptocurrency is a major component of that. So when I'm seeing the stories, you know, which have been coming on the last couple of days of Iran, you know, starting Bitcoin mining, that there are all these Bitcoin mines, especially the ones coming from China and other parts of Asia, that have been kind of like kicked out or left or whatever. You know, now they're going into Tehran, they're going into Iran. They're starting to, you know, set up shop there. On top of that, you know, the actual Iranian people are starting to mine, are starting to discover this, are starting to use this, because again, this is the way out, a way around the sanctions. That's what all this is about, right? Isn't that what we got into cryptocurrency to begin with, right? It's to get around the sanctions, to get around everything that's going on with the US dollar, with the central banks, with the dominance of the people in power. I mean, for reals. So to me, I'm looking at what's happening in Iran as a very beautiful thing. I'm glad that they're embracing crypto. And again, it's still, things are kind of like in the air. It's kind of like a little bit of a gray area, but I really do think that just like Venezuela, they are going to embrace cryptocurrency with open arms, because again, it's going to benefit them greatly. It's already benefiting them greatly. And if you know anything about Iran and the Iranian people, again, you know, they're regular people, they're nice people, they're cool people, they're awesome people, and they just want to be people. They just want to be humans. They want to be able to buy food and buy Pampers for their kids and buy toys for Christmas, or whatever they... Yeah, sorry, wrong. Forgot the religion situation there. But you know what I'm saying. Like, they just want to live life. You know, they want to drive their taxi. They want to buy gas. They want to, like, go to the bazaar and buy. They want to live their life. They want to just... That's it. And so, as you already know, the U.S. Doesn't allow many countries to live their lives. They don't allow them to do what they want to do. It's like they have to follow orders. And if they don't, then the U.S. has a problem with that. But we're moving into a world now in which many countries are telling the U.S. to go fuck themselves, and they themselves are setting up their own currency, their own value system, their own a brand new economy, because of crypto. And it's a beautiful thing. Again, when we're watching, when we were talking about yesterday about the Blockstream satellites, or we talk about what Dash does, you know, with the phones and being able to sell crypto, you know, being able to send crypto through, you know, just regular phones, and you know, all this other stuff, you know, whether we talked about where in other parts of like Africa and other parts of India, you know, where they're actually sending you know, value from phone to phone without even having an internet signal or having a phone signal or anything like that. So again, guys, you know, it's only a matter of time. And again, you know, if you're just looking at the price of Bitcoin and crypto, it's only going to go up and up and up. I don't know how this month's going to end, but I think yesterday, and the mainstream media, financial mainstream media came out and said, sell your Bitcoin, sell your crypto. We have yet to even get to copulation. We are not even anywhere near low. It's just going to keep getting lower. So sell everything now before you can't. Now, if you guys know anything about the mainstream media financial news, you do the exact opposite every single fucking time that they say anything. So if they're literally telling you right now, sell, 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 what does that say? It means buy, 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 buy. Now, don't get me wrong. I got money on the sidelines that's waiting to come in from a job, and I was just like, fuck, man. You know what I mean? I wish I would have come a few days earlier so I could have bought at the low and watch it rise. Now, I'm actually going to keep it on the sidelines for a little bit to see what happens. Meaning if it dips again, I'm going to buy, knowing it's going to go up. And if it doesn't, then I just, I'll get it over here and pay my fucking rent with it. But the point I'm making is that I really do see as, I think Crypto News, Omar Bam was saying it the other day, where he was saying that we just reached, I think it was a few days ago, where we just reached that point where we were at the highs of last year. So last year, I think it was like around December 17th, something like that, or 18th, in which that's when we got to the high, that 20K high. And then from that day forward is when we started dipping to the, till we got to where we got today, from 20K to 3K or whatever. So with the anniversary being set, I think that it could be a bull run. It's signaling a bull run because, as these elites and these fuckers and these pieces of shit that run the system like to do, is that they like to fuck. They just like to kind of like have a schedule. So last year, when we got to 20K, again, the run-up was probably caused by them or exacerbated by them, and they literally said, okay, as soon as we get to 20K, we're going to drop it. And we're going to drop it for 1 year straight. Once we get to the drop at the end of the year, at the end of the 365 days, then we'll fucking flip it around and start going up. And that should be more than enough time to get the right people that we want within the space. This is the central banks talking amongst themselves. My theory as to what could cause the next bull run. I mean, there's a million things, that are going to cause it. I think it's going to be a lot of economic strife and economic downturn and economic, literally people losing faith in the economy and in banks and the whole system as a whole, that is going to really create this giant influx of people within the space. And it's going to be all over the world. It really is. It's starting in places like Venezuela, Iran, and so on and so forth. But it really is only gaining steam as we go along. And this is really the right way to do it. It's not really like sitting here and thinking, oh, backed or institutional money or the ETFs, that's what's going to bring all this money and all this movement within the space. But no, the reality is that what's really going to bring the money and the movement within the space are the actual people themselves using these technologies in order to what? Circumvent U.S. sanctions, circumvent central banks, circumvent the system itself, and try to establish a sense of normalcy within their population. And that's what's going to cause it. And we already know, as of right now, everywhere we look, everyone is calling for, all right, the system's going to crash. The system's going to crash. As a matter of fact, yesterday they raised they hiked. Sorry, they fucking raised interest rates again by another 0.25%. Not hold on. They raised interest rates again yesterday by 0.25%. And as you already fucking know, it's really nothing, but just that small amount of a hike is enough to fucking really turn and create turmoil within the system. They're already calling that the system is unstable. It's about to crash everywhere from Bloomberg to Greenspan to you name it. Anyone that's anyone within this financial space. Talking about the bad guys over here. They're all calling for the crash, the system. It's going to happen. It's going to be a monumental, insane, crazy, blah. So, again, it's always kind of go against what they're saying. So if they're kind of calling it right now, I really don't think it's going to be as monumental and as insane and big as we think it's going to be. I think it's just going to be a correction, and it's not going to be as bad. They're just going to make it seem worse than what it is, and they're just trying to manipulate all of our collective thoughts about this whole thing. And that's really what it is. So yeah, this next year, this 2019 is going to be pretty, it might be pretty bearish for the stock market, or not. It might actually be just like Gregory Mannarino says, it might just continue moving upwards. And the reason that they're bringing it down now is so that as soon as January 1st starts, everything from that day forward is going to look great. and look amazing. And all time, every day is gonna be an all-time high. And that whole shit. You know, again, like I was saying yesterday, you know, when a new movie comes out on January 14th, and they're literally saying, the funniest comedy of 2019 is here. And it's like, bro, we're like a week into the fucking year. You know what I mean? Like, so that kind of situation is about to start happening. And I really do think it's really going to be just like all the turmoil, you know, that's really going to start exacerbating the whole system, to having people lose faith within the system. Everything that's happening in Europe, what's happening in France, what's happening in Spain, what's happening in Germany, all these riots, you know, things that are happening in Italy, Greece, you fucking name it. It's going to hell. What's the sanctions, you know, that are just fucking shit up all over the place and people are getting around it. There's just so many things that are really just signaling a bullish trend for all of 2019 within the crypto space. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I really do think that, I really hope that you enjoyed today's episode, and I really, and I hope that what I said was kind of like educational or helpful, at least when it comes to Iran. I don't know if I really even spoke too much about Iran. I think I did, but I know I say so much stuff sometimes in which I even forget is whether I made my point or not. But I think I did. I think I did. So, speaking of which, today is Thursday, and the next couple of days we're already getting up on Christmas and so on and so forth. So just a quick little update on the schedule. Tomorrow, Friday, I will be doing a regular episode. On Saturday, I will be doing the week in review. Sunday, I will be off. Monday, I will be off most likely. But Monday being Christmas Eve, I think I will do a night show or a live stream of some sort. Where, I'm not quite sure. I will keep you guys posted on that. But I think I might be doing some sort of live stream. That's assuming I'm not out partying, getting fucked up and drunk with the people out here. If I'm doing that, I'm probably not going to be around. Now, if I'm going to be a good little boy and stay home on Christmas Eve, then I'm going to be hanging out with you guys. But regardless, don't really be expecting much activity from my channel until Wednesday of next week, okay, the 26th, because I most likely will be taking I will be taking Christmas off. Like I think all of us should be at least taking Christmas off. Same thing for the 24th. I might just do a live feed there. Sunday I'm going to be off. Saturday's show, I'm going to be filming kind of like ahead of time because I already have most of that shit done for the week in review. And then, yeah, tomorrow is Friday. So just kind of giving you a quick 1-2. And then we're gonna explore next week as well. You know, I don't know how it's going to be because of the new year and so on. But that's it. Once that's over, January starts, it's a brand new fucking ball game. All right, guys, you already know what's up. We're going to be hitting the ground running. We have a humongous year ahead of us with a lot of stuff to do, a lot of work, a lot of action, a lot of everything, and definitely not gonna be missing no fucking beat. So I'm trying to get a little bit of R&R, right before the beginning of the year, because once January starts, once you know we're here, that's it. It's fucking hardcore, balls to the wall, you know, taking this shit to the next level and everything that we're doing here on this channel to the next level, because yeah, you know, right now, hey, listen, I've been working hard all fucking year, been going through a lot of shit all fucking year. I have to kind of give myself a little bit of a break here and there, because otherwise, as you already know, I will work myself to fucking death because I'm a fucking animal and I don't know when to stop. So, all right, guys, let's wrap this shit up. Like that gift that you wrapped up for Christmas. If, hopefully you wrapped it or put it in the bag. All right, so please, if you guys enjoy this program, if you guys enjoy everything that we're doing on this channel, please join the Patreon down there. Help keep supporting us, supporting the, you know, the feed for the animal and this animal and the whole fucking thing. As you guys already know, I don't make any money on YouTube. I don't make any money at all. The only thing that the only monetary and value that I gain from this is from you guys directly, whether you guys donate some Bitcoin or some other crypto or some fucking fiat, or you become a patron or whatever. You guys are the ones that have gotten me here. Literally, you guys have been very instrumental in helping build this whole thing. And I want to give a quick shout out and a big thank you to all of you guys. I want to say I love you. You guys are awesome. You guys are the best. And thank you so much. And if you want to be a new patron, new whatever, please, by all means, feel free. Everything is greatly appreciated, and it's again part of keeping this whole thing going. And I think that's it, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up right there for reals. Don't forget to please subscribe. Check if you're subscribed. Even if you are subscribed, check if you're subscribed, because there's been a huge purge that's been happening for a week now, and it's been affecting every YouTuber. So you might have already been subscribed. You might, you know, hit the bell icon to make sure whenever I post videos or I go live or I go whatever, you don't miss it. So hit that bell icon. Don't forget to subscribe, or at least check just if you're subscribed. It only takes a minute. It only takes a second. Hit those likes. They're free. Leave a comment. They're free. Likes and comments help me a lot. They help the channel a lot. Help the videos a lot. They help a lot. So please, if you can, if that's all you can do, at least do that. It only takes another second just to hit that little button. Please do it. Don't do it for me. Do it for the horse. All right. And I think that's it, guys. So without further ado, please don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, and I'll see you guys mañana, Friday, December 20th, 2018. God, we're almost there. We're almost at the end of the fucking year. How crazy is that? We're less than 2 weeks away. We're only a few days away from fucking Santa Claus coming to visit. Holy fuck. Yeah, I am getting a lot of coal this year, most likely. It is what it is. Hey, but hey, fuck it. At least I can use it to make a barbecue. Yeah, buddy. In fact, I hope I get that coal in time so I can, you know, roast a pig out here or something. Why not, right? Speaking of which, it smells like fucking fried pork. It smells like chicharron. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go get me some fucking fried pork. Later, guys.
We'd like to do a poem for you called "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised," primarily because it won't be. You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials, because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Mendel Rivers to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner. The revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on reports from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lifes of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he had been saving for just the right occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so goddamn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally screwed Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry-armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, or Engelbert Humperdinck. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.